Yo, what is up YouTube? Fury here, bringing us a brand new video, and in today's video we'll be going over the solo showdown winners. Epic Games did announce the top 100 final standings for that tournament that they did end up running, as well as some future tournaments coming to Fortnite, as well as the amount of money Epic Games is actually putting into these tournaments for players to end up winning throughout this year. It's a crazy amount. I definitely recommend if any of you guys are looking into getting into a pro scene of any game, Fortnite is definitely the game to do that, because there's a bunch of money being given out this year for this game. So but before we get into today's video, if you guys do enjoy, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new, don't forget to turn on those post notifications as well. If you get first like on any of my videos, make sure you send me a Twitter image. I'll hit you guys back with that follow. And with that said, let's get right in today's video. If you guys are interested in winning some free V-Bucks, we are currently giving away 6,000 V-Bucks to you guys. All you got to do to enter is like the video, subscribe if you aren't already, and turn on those post notifications, as well as follow the Gleam link in the description down below. There's going to be 6 winners, 1,000 V-Bucks each. Good luck to everyone. So for those of you guys that did compete in this solo showdown, you guys know Epic Games was giving out a bunch of V-Bucks. So total they gave out 1.1 million and a little bit more V-Bucks in this tournament to all these winners. A lot of people did end up winning. I mean, obviously 100 winners, and the first 5 I will mention in today's video. So first place winning 50,000 V-Bucks was V Ruthless. He ended up winning with 4,881 points, which is a crazy amount. Honestly, that's a lot of wins. I don't know exactly, obviously they didn't put exactly how many wins he did end up getting, but he was first by, I'd say, roughly like 20 something points. He came in first by 20 something points, which is a good amount. Obviously that's a good amount of placings in one game. It's crazy to think there's one game, bad placing in one game really could put you out of 25,000 V-Bucks. He could have ended up getting in third place, ended up losing that 25,000, but he did end up coming in first place. Now coming in at second was Zate with 4,855. Third, Twitch with some Asian symbols, not completely sure what that says, with 4,852. And then Ryan Matthew coming in at fourth place for the final 25,000 V-Bucks for that winner. So Ryan Matthew had 4,850 points. So it's a good amount. Now these players did end up, a few numbers off from each other, right? So Ryan from the guy above him was only 2 points off, and then from above him it was only 3. So there's very little placement. If you do misplace in one game, you could get thrown out of that top winning and not end up, not only lose that winning, but you also lose a great amount of V-Bucks, which is a crazy amount. Now also I will mention number 5, the last person I'll be mentioning is Plixer with 4,847. Now I did do the top 5 because Plixer is one of my friends. He's one of my good buddies. He's in Doom Clan. He did end up placing 5th place, which is a good amount. He ended up winning 13.5 thousand V-Bucks, so big shout out to him. He ended up placing really well in all these tournament matches, all these solo showdown matches, so big shout out to him, big props. That is a good amount of winnings as well. Now he only won 5th place by 5 points, so like I said, each of these placings are barely winning from the guy below them. So obviously one game could really throw you off from winning a good amount. Now this was the first solo showdown that they did end up running in Fortnite. Now I'm kind of curious to see if they do end up releasing more in the future. I definitely think they will. I mean, most people thought this was a really good idea. It really gets the community engaged in their in their tournaments, and they're really giving back to us, right? Just for playing their game, they're really giving back to implementing this competition online for people to play in, and you can end up winning V-Bucks. So it's a really good way for them to basically get players to play, as well as us getting repaid for playing, I guess, the amount that we do. Now obviously 50 games and you're really competing against a lot of people. It's definitely rough to try to get into the top 100, but if you do, you do win, and you do end up winning a good amount of V-Bucks. Now if you guys have not seen on Twitter, Epic Games did tweet out saying that they're going to be giving away over $100 million in prize winnings for this year of Fortnite in their competitive online tournaments and their tournaments that they're running in events and stuff like that. So they're giving away a lot of money this year. Now combined with every game competitive online tournament stuff like that, the most amount from every game combined is 100 million, and for Fortnite to throw up 100 million just for that one game is ridiculous, right? So the top game right now for paying out is, I believe, Dota, with like 30 something million that they give out each year, which is a really big amount. Dota is really the biggest one of the biggest competitive games that people have been playing for tournament winnings and stuff like that. They give out a lot of money compared to the other games, but even now Fortnite has taken over. They're giving up 100 million by themselves in this year. So I definitely recommend, if any of you guys are looking into going into a pro game, Definitely Fortnite is the game to go pro in if you do play on PC. Actually, we're not completely sure if it's going to be PC or console, but again, PC is the dominant, competitive, console, I guess you could say. It's a competitive system. Most pro games are on PC, I should say. So I definitely recommend jumping into the PC world if you guys haven't yet. If you guys do have one, you might as well just jump on Fortnite and try going, try your luck on there, see where you can get to. But I definitely recommend doing that because they are giving they're giving away a lot of money for people that are pros in Fortnite. Now, the first chunk of money they are giving away is $3 million. It's a prize pool that they're doing for E3 of 2018, which is going to be coming up, I believe, June 12th, I think is the day for E3. I'm not completely sure. I'm not really attending that, but I think June 12th to the 14th is E3, and they're throwing a Pro-Am Fortnite tournament. So basically, celebrity Pro-Ams, they'll have 50 pros and 50 celebrities that will be facing off, and then the two winners will be, end up going with $3 million, and I believe they split it to whatever charities that they choose. So it's a really good way for them to obviously throw a tournament for all the pros and especially the celebrities. It's pretty cool to see. So we got Ninja dueling with Marshmallow, which obviously we've seen them two together. Myth and Paul George are teaming. Pokimane and Designer, which is a little bit strange. I didn't think that'd be a collab right there. Markiplier and Joe McHale, and Gotaga with Demetrius Johnson. So I mean, a lot of people are going to be playing in this, a lot of celebrities. It's going to be crazy to see this thing actually go down, and there's a bunch of prize pools that they're going to be giving away for these winners. Especially, it's a really good cause. Obviously, it's going to charity of their choice, so regardless, they are raising a good amount for charity. Now, a really cool idea I could see them doing is if they take these solo showdown winners and these finalists that do place really well in these solo showdowns, maybe the top 10, top 20 maybe get flown out to, say, a tournament that they run at an event or something like that, and they end up basically introducing a way for people to get found out by these solo showdown placements. So say if there's obviously some people from PC, some orgs can find out about these players that have been placing really well in these solo showdowns. Now obviously it doesn't really count how many kills they get or basically anything they do in game other than their wins, so I guess technically it's not entirely the best way to pick people, but again, they are placing really well in these matches, so they obviously know how to play to an extent. They know how to build, they know how to do all that stuff, unless they did sit in a bush. But if you think about it, winning, I'd say 40 matches out of the 50 that you do play and placing really well with no kills is kind of hard to do. So I could definitely see these players being really well, obviously, in game, and people and orgs and stuff like that can notice these people, get a little bit of exposure for these names and stuff like that. That way they can possibly make it to a team and end up getting into these I'd say future Fortnite events and stuff like that, and win some more money just instead of V-Bucks, actual prize prize claims and stuff like that. So I could definitely see them doing that in the future for solo showdowns, if not possibly just introducing more solo showdowns more often. That way more people online can actually compete and actually win some of these prizes rather than just the people that have been known and are in an organization. Well, that'll basically do it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think of the solo showdown, if they should do more of these, if they should include more winners, more age ranges and stuff like that, because there is a 16-year-old age range for this solo showdown. You must be 16 years or older to win. Now I'm not completely sure if they can go beyond that, make it a little bit lower, because there's a lot of people that are a little bit younger that do play Fortnite, and it is kind of rough to cut off the age limit at 16. But again, I could see how that works with gambling and all that stuff, so I'm not completely sure. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, like I said, of the solo showdown. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.